doing it can become familiar. I mean, you could almost see it coming. I remember one time years ago, I was sitting around, and out of the corner of my eye, I could see that inspiration was coming my way, and I got so freaking excited. I grabbed a pen and a piece of paper. I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. It's washing over me, all this great creativity, you know. And I started writing. I don't want to pickle. Yeah, you're clapping. I looked at that. I said, what the hell is this? What kind of freaking song is that? And for me, songs are like kids. You don't know if they're any good till you try them on other people. And I never tried that on anybody. I was making a record at the time I wrote it. I walked in, put it down on the record, waltzed out. That was the end of it. The record come out, did really well, and I got stuck doing that freaking song for the next 40 years. Feeling embarrassed, ashamed for the family history and tradition, as you can imagine. You know. Not only that, my bike, you know, just, I don't know, a couple of, 100 miles north of here, has been sitting in the woodshed now for about 2 years. Every time I get home, we're on the road about 10 months a year, and every time I get home, the last 2 years, been rain, snow, sleet, fog, hail, mist, whatever the hell it was, you know. And we'd pull out again, waiting for the next time to get home, and it'd be the same thing. I mean, for going on for months after months. And finally, my wife felt so bad for me, she moved my bike into the living room. Good woman. And then I was going down the road after she moved it in the house, and I'm sitting in the tour bus reading the newspaper, just going to the next gig or something. And I'm reading this article about this other guy had his bike in the house, in the living room, just like mine. And it was up in the cold weather part of the country where he's living, not like California where it's bike riding all year, something like that. And he had the bike in the house, been working on it all winter, polishing the thing, tweaking, you know, whatever. And finally, he couldn't wait any longer, and he started it up right there in the house. And the clutch was engaged, so it took off on him. The guy looked for the thing, his hand caught the throttle, started dragging him around and around faster and faster, till finally it started going so fast, he went through the living room wall, out into the street, where it crashed into a bunch of stuff. The bike's sailing down the road, the guy's lying on the pavement, screaming, crying. The wife calls the ambulance, paramedics come, take the guy down to the hospital. He's been there for hours. She's sitting at home thinking, well, might as well clean up or something. So she gets the shop vac or something out there in the living room, cleaning up all the gas and oil-soaked rags, whatever he was polishing, tweaking with all winter long. Took the whole thing, dumps it in the toilet in the bathroom, closed the door, and forgot all about it. The man comes back later that night, his arms in casts out in front of him like this. He's walking in thinking, this would be a good time to go into the bathroom and light up a smoke or something. You could not make this up. Somehow the guy gets a match lit. There's a huge explosion in the bathroom. The fumes have been building up in there all day. I mean, put this in your mind. The man is now flying through the air with his arms out in front of him. His butt is on fire. He's flying so fast he goes through the bathroom door, down the hallway into the living room where he had started earlier that morning. He's screaming, yelling again. The wife calls the ambulance. Paramedics come. It's the same ones who was there earlier that day. They're laughing so hard that as they haul him off on the stretcher, they trip and drop him on the pavement where he breaks even more stuff. This song is for that guy. I don't want a pickle, just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die, just want to ride on my motorcycle. Late last week, the other day, thought I'd go up see my friend Ray. So I went up, saw my friend Ray. This was the only thing Ray could say was, I don't want to pickle, just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to tickle, I want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die, friend named Mike. Run into my friend named Mike. Mike no longer has the bike, but he cries, I don't want a pickle. Just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want a tickle. I want to ride on my motorcycle.